Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we're back with some more F1 2021 and our My Team career mode, and we've got some interesting stuff, a lot of stuff to do before the crown jewel in the Formula 1 calendar. Also they call it the Monaco Grand Prix. We've got a lot to have a look at as we set our stuff for the activity timeline. Spark plugs comes in, we get 20k stuff, aerodynamics added, we're gonna add that in there. We've also got some stuff, but what I am gonna look at doing is buying some facility upgrades. I might buy quality control on both durability and chassis, so that can all work, as two of our R&D doesn't come in. The improved energy storing is going to have to come in after Monaco, and so is the gearbox, so that's a little bit annoying, but at least we've got chassis and durability upgraded. And what we've got here is nothing much that we can do in R&D forms, as we have a personnel event. We can get resource points or a claim. I think I am going to acclaim because we need it, and now we're acclaim level 8 and we need to get to level 10 for our next sponsor, as we have our very first press review or press interview of the season. Let's jump in straight to that, and then we'll jump into Saturday qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix. Trying to get it up. I'll say absolutely, because that'll give us some more acclaim. I'm just trying to add to morale here. The sponsor's giving me a bonus, nice. Gonna try and help Robert. Try and pump him up. So there it is, as we are gonna jump in to the Monaco Grand Prix. So we're here for our first lap in Q1 around Monaco. We're looking quick through the practice sessions, and we have to be quick around the lap if we're going to be able to do this. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is also this weekend in real life, and I think once this video goes out, it'll either be race day or the race will be over. Who do you reckon is going to win this Formula 1 World Championship? Comment down below, Verstappen or Hamilton, as we have set a good first sector here, and hopefully that can set us up for a good lap, and we can finish it off in the final 1.5 or half a part of this lap. So now through into the finishing part of this lap, through swimming pool, we get it nicely hooked up. We just need a lap that's good enough to get us through into Q2, and looking at our timing, DRS wide open down the main straight We're going to go on to provisional pole position with a 13.8 around Monaco, and that is a good opening time. 800th ahead of Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. Charles Leclerc, the Monaco driver, also there. So teammate Schwartzman gets knocked out with the rest of them, as now we've got out Q2 lap, a little snap of oversteer on the exit, high engine wear, but this has got to count for something. Our one run in Q2, if we can just get the lap hooked up, then we shouldn't need a second run, which should be good as we fly through the opening sector and we go purple in the first sector with a 19.1 sector time around the Lowe's hairpin and down towards the tunnel. We go with a decent time on the board. The time to beat for second sector, and second and first, is a 55.4 by Sonoda. That'll just be good enough for 12th though, so if we can beat that by a decent margin, 2 seconds, could be looking at another provisional pole lap as we have a big snap into the final corner at the rear, and it doesn't look like it's damaged the wing that much. There's some corners into the final corner, and will that limit us for a lap? Come across the line and go onto provisional pole again, but it is slower, about a tenth slower, although it's still technically in pole position as we actually get overtaken by Verstappen, a tenth down off the Dutchman. So is he someone to look out for in this final qualifying session? Fernando Alonso scrapes through ahead of Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon as we have got our final qualifying lap here around this Monaco circuit. I've already done one lap, you can see provisional pole, but I don't trust that I won't be overdone or outdone by the rest of the drivers around the lap. But we're losing time in this opening sector, about 3/10 down towards the Lowe's hairpin, which isn't great, but hopefully we can get up some more time in that middle part of the lap. As qualifying complete, we've got to hook this lap up or we might be done for this one as we cut forward to swimming pool. Purple middle sectors helped us, 4/10 in the middle and final sector now. Good final corner, DRS open, 3/4 going to be gained. It looks like we should be on pole for this Grand Prix. We're told it's a fantastic drive, and we, I think, should be on a worthy pole position, which we are by 5/10 to Valtteri Bottas. It's a good start. Let's jump into this blocking race.
Returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino, first opened in 1863. And, of course, a certain road race, first held here in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. It's the owner driver in pole position there, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo, Gasly, Vettel, Lance Stroll and Sonoda, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Schwartzman, Mazepin, Latifi and Esteban Ocon rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Alright, so that is your starting grid for today's Monaco Grand Prix. We're looking at strategy 6 laps on the soft tyres, 14 on the medium. If we can just get away off the line here nicely, we should be able to win this one quite calmly, I think. But yeah, here we are for the beginning of Monaco Grand Prix. We're here to the 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. We're underway here, we get away well. We have to defend from Lewis Hamilton, who's made his way up in the P2, and that's a big win for us in the beginning of this race, is getting away well. Massive win, and now we can just maybe try and open up a gap to our challengers for this race victory. But if I just defend and play my cards right, they're not going to get past me around here. And hopefully that's what we can do for the whole of this race, and just get ourselves through it and get ourselves into what should be a very nice winning position. As we go towards Lowe's, we just got to distance ourselves from Bottas before the pit stops come. I'm going to look to try and box in the same lap as Valtteri. Maybe we'll go one lap long, because that seemed like the optimum lap. If my tyres are there, then I'll push it. But yeah, you can see the ICE. So we have a very big moment at a swimming pool, but it's 1.4 to Bottas, so hopefully we can keep this margin at a stable standstill as we drive towards the pit stops, and we can jump onto some new medium boots for our car. As we jump through to lap 6 into swimming pool now, looking as steady with Bottas, about a second, looking to see if he wants to take some new boots on, and he doesn't, so it looks like it's going to be a lap 7 pit in for this one. Box as Hamilton and Perez comes in. Hopefully we can get one of those medium tyre runners to make a play and give ourselves an upper hand over Valtteri, Bottas and Max Verstappen. I don't think Hamilton and Perez are going to have much of a part to play in this one. I don't think they're going to get close. We have a massive couple snaps at the rear. Trying to control it, give us some more snaps. We hold it into Lowe's as we're just looking to make sure of this W and get ourselves in a good winning position as we come towards the pit stops. We're all coming in now. Hit the 58 kilometers an hour. Bottas going to turn in first, then Verstappen. Good pit stops for both of them. I just need a standard pit stop to jump out ahead. I think it was a little bit slow. I don't think they got held. 2.4 seconds. We get out ahead, and maybe with a little bit of a gap. As I can see now for Romeo coming down of Giovinazzi on the mediums. Can we beat him out? We can. So Bottas and Verstappen stuck behind maybe our saving grace, Mr. Jesus Antonio Giovinazzi, as we are now going to look to chase after Yuki Tsunoda and Sebastian Vettel and overtake those two around this tight Monaco circuit. But can Antonio Giovinazzi be our saving grace in a way, and maybe hold Valtteri Bottas and Max Verstappen up so that it's a little bit easier for us to finish off this race and we can kind of cruise home with a decent enough lead. Although I think that being in front already, we should be okay for the win. but I guess you never know. As Vettel now peel off into the pit lane, and we are going to try and drive off into the distance away from Antonio Giovinazzi and his chasing pack. As we now jump forward to lap 9 of 20, as you can see, exhaust fumes coming out of our engine as we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, which is gonna look quite nice if we can hold it on these medium tyres. But 4.5 seconds to Giovinazzi, hoping that we can hold our own out here. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but we go purple in the first sector by 2/10 as well. 5/10 off what we did in qualifying, but the smoke in my engine's starting to scare me a little bit. Can we get to the end of the race without that problem? So that could be quite an interesting debacle if we have to go to it. But hopefully that's nothing more of a problem than just some smoke. As we jump forward onto lap 13, as Antonio Giovinazzi has given us a 12-second lead. As you can see on the menu, he peels off into the pits, so hopefully he has done enough to gift us this winning position and to gift us what could be a nice win. As we jump forward to lap 18 now, Bottas has been closing. I've lost front downforce. I've broken a bit of my wing off both sides. My end plates are gone. I'm lost front downforce. Bottas is closing about 2 seconds a lap, and this could be quite dangerous for this race as I lose some more front downforce. There you can see. For some of you who don't know, any lost downforce around Monaco is bad. So hopefully we can just hold Bottas where he is, but it's about 4 seconds. So we might have to do a little bit of defending. No ERS left. And I wouldn't be surprised if this pack of Bottas, Verstappen, Hamilton and Perez catch up to us in these final 2 laps. A lot of defending maybe need to be done. 2 laps of fuel remaining, so enough fuel for us to get to the end. We just can't be taking any more frontal damage as we take some there. That's not great. As we jump forward now to lows here on the 19th lap, hopefully just able to pull our car around and up, but it looks like we are going to have to defend at least from Bottas, Verstappen, Hamilton and Perez. Maybe it's Bottas, maybe the smoke can help us a little bit, but it shouldn't be that hard to hold on now. If it was any other track, it'd be put your best lap in your final lap because you're not defending it, especially if it was like a Spain or something. But this is a possibility here as we have to go slow through swimming pool to make the corner without cutting it through gas, but into the final corner, and Bottas is right up our arse now. No mistakes have to be made here as we go on to the final lap, down 3.5 seconds on our best, so that's how much time we're losing a lap. As Bottas weaving around, he's right there with us in a 10th now. I brake a little bit early so I can take the right line. As Bottas goes for it around the outside, we have to push him a little bit wide. Verstappen can't join the party though. This is what it all boils down to, is whether we can physically make it to get across the line and to win this one. 5/10 to Bottas. This is his last chance into the Nouvelle chicane. Will he stay second? Will he go for it? He's close enough, I think, to go for a move, but he doesn't. And we've now just got to hold it. What? Raskas and swimming pool. He's not going to have a dive into Beck. He can't dive in this next chicane. All he's got is swimming pool and Raskas. The final corner's near. He's not going to do anything there, and I don't think he'll have the pace to grab us that early on the straight. We're fine through Raskas. as we are going to try and get to the line. No errors, fully RS usage, checkered flag is out, and we are going to come home to win our first race of this series in Monaco. A special victory. We worked hard for it, yes we did. Winners in Monaco. We might not get driver of the day, that'll be Antonio Giovinazzi. He helped us a lot, but it's a win in the fastest lap, and I'd take that any day, even if I didn't get driver of the day for it. It's a pole position to win converted with some close moments, but it's our first win of our series in our 5th episode, and it's our first win at the Monaco Grand Prix, our first podium for the team as we step up to collect our winner's trophy, as we have and will forever be known as the winners of Monaco in this series. This one can go down in the Lmangamez history books of first race ever for my team. I come out on top. Robert Schwartzman very much still at the back, nowhere to be seen. We win with the fastest lap by 2/10 from Valtteri Bottas. The full 26 points wrapped up for us in the standings. We've gone up ahead of Daniel Ricciardo again on 44 points, 30 off Max Verstappen, our championship leader, and we're almost with McLaren in our little constructors battle. So now we've got our team acclaim after that brilliant win, our cash for answering interview questions, and what an amazing win, and be able to hold on to that right at the end. Obviously a bit awkward towards the end, losing all that time because we'd lost that front downforce, but we were able to make it work and to get through that rough period, make sure we made the right move on the medium tyres, and to be able to get past Giovinazzi after the pit stops was great. But that'll be where I leave you guys for today. Azerbaijan for the next episode, and maybe there'll have to be some engine component changes for Azerbaijan, so maybe some penalties beginning to come into things. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, have a good one, and goodbye.